What is up, my friends? How are we? You are very welcome along to tonight's watch along. The Netherlands taking on France with plenty of Liverpool interest in the game. How are we? I hope you're all having a nice Friday so far. We'll go through the teams in a moment. They are on the screen for you there, of course. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, proud to say we're being brought to you once again by our amazing sponsors, Manscaped. You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com, whether it's the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, or anything else your little heart desires. Scan that QR code on the screen or use the code Anfield20 at checkout to get that 20% off and free shipping. Let's have a little look-see. Right, so we do have Upper Maguire starting today for France, which means that our boy isn't starting. Let's have a look through the team though and see. It's mad seeing Kylian Mbappe on the bench, isn't it? Ibu on the bench there as well. For those of you who aren't aware, Ibrahima Konate and a couple of those French players did play in a behind closed doors game on Tuesday, if my memory is right, which they won 7-0 and Konate scored, I think it was the last goal. So he is getting minutes, just not at the Euros competitively. Today, though, we're going to see a repeat of the 2 victories for France over the Netherlands that we've seen earlier on in the qualifying, or can the Netherlands spring a bit of a shock? Love you, Craig. Thank you. Appreciate it. Connor, I wasn't late. I was not late at all today, mate. That stream was started at 7:30, so I wasn't late one bit, my friend. It just takes a while for the stream to upload the starting image and stuff, but I'm here, I'm ready, I'm good to go, and looking forward to hopefully an entertaining game of footy. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch the opener of the Copa America last night, but it was a great game. Canada and Argentina. 2-0 win for Argentina, but I don't think that tells the full story of the game, because Canada certainly gave them plenty of headaches. But if that's what the Copa America is going to be like, count me in. It was very entertaining. Right, Gavin Glynn, first super sticker of the day. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. I always feel great on the Friday night because I know I'm usually have the Saturday off, so I'm always a little bit more boisterous. And today, we decided we'd do the watch-along because it's quiet on the Liverpool news front. But as always, if you have any questions or anything you'd love to chat about, hit me up in the content and or in the chat with the content and I'll get to it. Connor said, only joking, brother. Only me, Connor. Don't worry about it, bro. You are right. Normally, I'm late. Sometimes it's intentionally late because I'll let you in a little secret. Sometimes us content creators have a certain number we like the concurrent viewers to be at before we start. It's a weird thing because it varies all the time. If it's a news stream, I'll have one number. If it's a watch along, another number. But either way, you're right. Usually I am late, but I'm okay today. I'm on time. You are Welsh Scyther. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I certainly know you better as Welsh Scyther. So yes, lovely to see you and good to know who you are. It's always nice to know if there's a differential actually between the Discord names and the names that you guys use in here. I wish Arda Güler was true, said Troy King. It's an interesting one. I don't think there's anything to it. I covered it in the video earlier on today. I mean, it's fanciful thinking to think that we could get Arda Güler, but he is a good player. I just don't believe it, quite frankly. Liz, my friend, how are you? Said Canada was really good yesterday. Yes, they were, Liz. It was, if they could finish, that game could have been a lot closer. But it was, I tell you what, both sets of fans, the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Atlanta, it just sounded awesome, looked awesome, and it was a great way to kick off the Copa America. And I'm definitely going to be tuning in for tonight's games as well. Lukey boy, how are you, sir? I hope you're having a nice weekend. Lovely to see you in. Your weekend has officially now started. That's the good news. So shall we have a look through the 2 teams ahead of this game and see what we think? We'll start off with the Dutch. They have Verbruggen in goal. Then Dumfries, De Vrij, Van Dijk and Ake making up their back four, which means Matthias de Ligt is on the bench. Then it's Schouten, Simons and Reinders in midfield with Frimpong, Depay and our boy Cody Gakpo up top. So we've got a couple of Liverpool players starting there for the Dutch. For the French, it's Maignan in goal. Then it's Koundé, Upamecano, Saliba and Theo Hernandez. Then Rabiot and N'Golo Kante and Arlian Tchouameni with Ousmane Dembele, Marcus Thuram and Antoine Griezmann starting. Up top, obviously Kylian Mbappe is on the bench. He will have that face mask if he comes on. Running through both benches for you, the Dutch have Geertruida, obviously linked with a move to Liverpool at one point. Matthias de Ligt, Gini Wijnaldum, of course, a former Liverpool player. Wout Weghorst, Manchester United legend. Okay, Just taking a piss a little bit. Biglow, the goalkeeper, worth keeping an eye on as well. I'm surprised if he hasn't been injured in the warm-up, though. Mickey van de Ven on the bench as well for the Dutch. Daley Blind, Veerman, Malin, Brobery, Matson, obviously, who's just agreed a deal to go to Aston Villa from Chelsea. Zerke, who's the one I believe that Manchester United are looking at, if my memory's right. Flecken, Bergwijn, and Mr. Ryan Gravenberch. So, again, plenty of Liverpool interest there in that Dutch side. 2 players starting, 1 on the bench, and a couple of players that we've been linked with as well. For the French, it's Samba, Pavard, Mendy, Camavinga, Giroud, Mbappe, Kolo Muani, Zaire Emery, Fofana, worth keeping an eye on there as well. Kingsley Coman, Klaus, Areola, Konate, and Barcola. That is the French bench. That's actually quite a strong set of benches, to be fair, for both managers. How is Dembele starting again? He was awful last time out, said squeaky clean. I don't know. I don't actually know if I caught the first French game. I think I was working during it, if I'm being honest. But I guess he's got lightning in his pocket. If he does show up, Ousmane Dembele, he can provide an option. I suppose with no Kylian Mbappe starting for the French today, maybe Deschamps just thought this was his best option. Liana said, hope to see an entertaining match today. It's been a decent tournament so far, in my opinion, the Euros. Plenty of goals. I think all the fans that have showed up need to give themselves a massive pat on the back. I think the atmospheres have been great. Yeah, I mean, you can see what it meant to the Austrian team today after the 3-1 victory. The fans were amazing. They look pumped up. And I think it's shaping up to be a good tournament. And now we have the Copa America alongside as well for night owls like myself, who like to stay up till all hours watching footy. How has my day been, said Keane. It's been good. I can't complain too much today, mate. Not too much happening for me today, so I've been able to kind of ease into the weekend a little bit. But yeah, thank you for asking. All good. Mary, always lovely to see you and my friend. Hope you're well. Lots of love up to you guys in Belfast as well. Brett Young has gone for a 4-0 Netherlands prediction. So reverse of the 4-0 France beat them by in the qualifiers. I'll tell you what, this is a belter of a game. And last night as well, I didn't get to watch it because I was streaming. But Italy and Spain, these group stage games they're giving us some big ties, aren't they? Do you see the media are at it again? It's all Trent's fault. Everything's always Trent's fault. Couldn't possibly be anybody else. Couldn't be that Gareth Southgate hasn't got a Scooby-Doo. It's all Trent's fault. I'm kind of sick of it on his behalf, to be honest with you. Yes, Trent isn't a natural midfielder in the way Gareth Southgate wants to utilise him, but he was by far the worst performer in that England team, in my opinion. And I think Southgate needs to grow a pair and make some tough calls. When do Uruguay play? I'm not 100% certain, Harry. I think tonight is Peru, Chile. Let me just have a quick look for you, bro. I'll let you know. I think, what have we got tomorrow then coming up? So the stat one, they play USA, Bolivia, Mexico, Jamaica. Monday, they play against Panama at 2 a.m. airtime on Monday. And Colombia, Paraguay is the earlier game on Sunday night at 11 p.m. airtime. So yeah. Italy were pretty bad yesterday, said Gumi. I didn't see it, mate, but I thought with 1-0 to Spain, maybe it was close, but nah. The media were saying it was a pretty good Spanish performance, and Italy were probably lucky to get out of it with just the one. Mark O'Rourke, how are you, my friend? Said, I had a feeling poor Trent was going to get the blame on England's poor performance. Now look, I'm not saying that Trent was brilliant or anything like that, but there are other players in that England team who aren't doing it, and for Trent to be scapegoated all the time, I feel it's just lazy journalism by a lot of people. And I want to pull up Samuel Luckhurst on something, because he wrote this, and I think it's the biggest pile of me arse. Actually, he could be working for the Echo. That's the level of shocking journalism this is. He said, Trent Alexander-Arnold is so revered, almost every pundit chummily refers to him as Trent. Only he can't defend, won't defend, and isn't a midfielder. So I guess my comeback to Samuel there would be, Jurgen idolised him. Every other manager he's played for has idolised him. We idolise him. And if you can't see the calibre of player Trent is, who's wanted by Real Madrid, 15 times champions of Europe, I would say, mate, you've got something going on between your ears, because Trent is a wonderfully gifted footballer, and what Samuel will have said there is nothing other than cheap shots being taken by somebody who really should be calling out the English national team manager for the state of the way England are playing. So I'm here to defend Trent. I always will defend Trent, unless I want to have a little rant about Trent. That's okay though, because I'm a Liverpool fan. And I just think they need to just stop it at this point. Because I tell you what, Samuel, he would walk into that Manchester United team in any position. And I mean that sincerely. Right back, left back, centre back, defensive midfield, right wing, anywhere. He walks into it. And you would crawl over broken glass to have him. So that is just lazy. From a journalist who should know better. Because he's been around long enough. He's a decent enough journo. But that take on Trent was nothing other than lazy journalism. Think it's sarcasm? No, it isn't sarcasm. It's just shit journalism. Yeah, honestly. And I don't know how you guys feel about it. Look, many of you watching are English, so you will have far more emotional investment in the national team potentially than I do. I couldn't care if England lost every game 5-0. My only concern is that our boys come back uninjured and ready to go. Looking at Robbo and Hungary taking each other at SummerSlam, Robbo in a couple of days' time, one of those is coming home after that game. So that's the way I've been looking at the Euros. I want people to do well. Of course I do. I don't want to begrudge any country the success. But for me, I just want our boys to get back injury free. Is he a mank journo? Yes, he absolutely is. I think maybe Ben can help me out on this one in the chat. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ben, he's still right for the MEN, if I'm not wrong. But maybe Ben, as a Manchester United fan, can certainly give us more input on that. I know Ben certainly knows of Samuel Lockhurst's work. For me, I just feel like that's a cheap shot in all honesty. Ryan, how are you, my friend? Said, any news on contracts? Probably not. But have you heard anything, as I have not? No, nothing new. Yeah, nothing new, mate. Still nothing. Maybe I thought maybe we might hear something on Mo, you know, if there's anything developing there, because he's not away in an international tournament. So I thought maybe we might hear something. Now, I know he was away with Egypt, but at the moment, I think Mo's just on his holidays. So at least he's not, I don't want to say being distracted, because that's not fair either. Mo's the one that I think they could sit down with, you know, because Virgil and Trent are away on international duty at the Euro, so wouldn't really expect any breakthroughs in those negotiations if indeed they've started. He writes for the MEN, he's the chief writer, said Ben. There you go. So he should definitely know better then. Yeah, I don't even get where he's going with it. Like, the whole premise of how he lined that up was just like, the pundits pallidly called him Trent. Well, yes, everyone calls him Trent, mate. That doesn't mean anything. The same pundits are still slating him, so I don't get it from Samuel. I'm good, mate. How are you? Really want the contracts to get done soon. So, we were talking about this, myself and Andy, in the Discord just a while ago. And I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous around some of those contracts. Andy's a bit more relaxed about it. Thinks they'll be done, and I get it. I hope he's right, but I just feel like there's a lot we need to get sorted out quickly from a Liverpool perspective. And, you know, every day we wake up is another day we're into the window. Another day we need some good news. But at the moment, look, we are where we are. It's good to see Arne Slot at the club. Lovely to see the club release the background of his arrival as well for his media day. I really enjoyed that video. If you haven't had a chance to see it, it's about 13 minutes long. Takes you right through from Arne Slot arriving on the private jet into Manchester, meeting the canteen staff and some of the staff as well at the AXA training facility. Good video, really enjoyed it. The other type of things I love to see from the club, you know, those little behind the scenes glimpses that we don't normally get to see. Looking forward to the show in August. I'll be there with the missus. Thank you. And Rob, which one, by the way, bro? Liverpool or Cardiff? Because obviously we're doing the shows 2 days apart. So this is shaping up like a lovely 3 days, right? So we've got the show in Cardiff on August the 2nd at the Richard Burton Theatre. You can get your tickets at the link at the top of the chat. Then on August the 3rd, Liverpool have announced their last friendly, I believe. Which, is that right? Is it August the 3rd, the last friendly? Or am I getting these dates wrong? No, the Manchester United game it is. Sorry, that's sandwiched in between the Liverpool show and the Cardiff show. So Cardiff the 2nd, friendly on the 3rd, and then the Liverpool show, our last ever stage show, August the 4th. What a night, mate. I can't wait. I'm buzzing. Honestly, I'm not scared anymore now. I'm looking forward to these two shows. Right, let's have a look actually at that news, because Liverpool did announce another, and our final pre-season friendly was announced a little bit earlier on today, that we will be taking on Sevilla at Anfield the Sunday before the Premier League gets underway. 3 p.m. kickoff. I'm just trying to find the post here at the minute. Yes, here we go. Liverpool posted to confirm that the Reds will finish the pre-season programme with a match against La Liga side Sevilla at Anfield August the 11th, Sunday, 3 p.m. kickoff. Brilliant way for Arne Slot to, get a game under his belt as Liverpool coach at Anfield before the season gets underway. Why is it the last ever one? I'm scared of them. I'm trying to convince myself I'm not scared of this one, but nah, it's just stage fright, mate. I suffer really badly with stage fright, and even now that the shows are 6 weeks away today, the nerves are already kicking in and stuff for me. So that's the reason why. I'll have done 4 live shows in a year, and that's all I ever wanted to do was to try it, give it a go. We've done Dublin, we've done Belfast, we're going to do Cardiff and Liverpool, and then job's a good one. Right, what have we got? That sounds good. I might be able to get to that one at Anfield, said Rachel. Yes, I knew that there was a couple of people be excited about that, because of course the other 3 pre-season games that have been confirmed against Real Betis, Arsenal and Manchester United are all taking place over in America. Olise to Chelsea off. Good. Hopefully, Olise to Liverpool soon, maybe? I don't know. But we're in the hunt. We are in the hunt. The problem with Olise, for anyone who wants to sign him in this window, is that you're not going to get a pre-season out of him, because he's going to be at the Olympics with the French team, and I think that finishes, I want to say August 11th, something like that, really close to the start of the new campaign. So Mark has just sent me that confirmation that said, exclusive, Chelsea withdraw from race to sign Crystal Palace winger Michael Olise. Chelsea held talks with Palace, 22-year-old, but felt the finances involved beyond reach. Instead, they plan to reward existing players with new contracts. There you go. The Athletic have been the ones breaking that one. And also, there was a bit of a news break earlier on about another player who Liverpool had been linked with, Waldemar Anton. He is going to Borussia Dortmund, not Leverkusen. He has made his mind up and he is going to Borussia Dortmund. Florentino Plettenberg claimed the exclusive on this, even though it was posted 2 minutes before him by Fabrizio Romano, but he will leave Stuttgart and will sign for 20 to 25 million as a Mats Hummels replacement at Borussia Dortmund. Good bit of business by them, and I'm sure Xavi Alonso will be a little bit annoyed by that, because it looked like he wanted to try and bring him into Leverkusen. Anthrop said, you'll be fine, mate. It'll be such a great night. Do you know what? I'm buzzing though, Ant. Which one? Liverpool, of course, Craig. There you go. Be a pleasure to meet you there. You and Lee sorted us out. Thank you. Did we? Cool. Who's Lee? I have no idea who Lee is, but cool. I'm glad you're coming, mate. Yeah, Liverpool's going to be great. We've got, obviously, Carl Porter joining us. He's going to do a 15-20 minute comedy set as well as joining me at the end for a Q&A where we're going to be talking about all things Liverpool. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. Tickets are flying out, which is great to see as well. The venue's capable of holding about 230, I think, in the new theatre. So, yeah. Lee Gunner, sorry, dude. Sorry. Duh. Of course I know who you are now, bro. My apologies. And we will get you on for that video as well, my man. I haven't forgotten about all of that. You know, we will touch base. We will get you on for a chat. And feel free, by the way, to promote your own YouTube channel here. So, gentleman in the chat, Anthrob, was somebody who is a mate of Lee Gunner's, and Lee messaged me last week saying that he'd love to go to the show. We sorted him out with tickets. But also, he has a YouTube channel. He's a Liverpool fan. And we're going to get him on for a video as well. So, sorry, dude. My mind slipped there. That's on me. Why is everyone saying Olise's move to Chelsea is off? Because the Athletic have reported that it's off. So there you go. Yeah, they've reported that it's off, which I hope is good news for us. Because I'd love Olise. I really would. I know that there are concerns about his hamstring and they're valid concerns. But as a player, I think the lad's top notch. Who do you think wins this game? I'm going to go 2-2. I think, look, France are the better team. They are. But without Mbappe starting, France didn't, they flattered to deceive the other night. I think the Dutch can get a draw out of this one. And I think they'd bite your hand off of that draw. They were beaten twice by the French team in qualifying, 4-0 and 2-1. So, yeah, I think a 2-2 will do for me. That'll be incredible. Excuse me, a bit of a tickle in my throat. Apologies. What were the Ten Hag comments? Didn't see the video. I've no idea what you're talking about, Susie. Are you talking again? Ten Hag said a lot of silly stuff lately, my man, or not my man. How dare I call you my man? Sorry, my mate, my friend, my pal, my girl. Sorry. Yeah, so we said that some of the negativity around the United players has led to the injuries. If that's the one you're talking about, it's the biggest load of me arse ever. Somehow Ten Hag has said that the criticism and the negativity around the Manchester United players has led to the injury. Sing the Slot song, please. Oh, nay, Slot. La, 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 la. Oh, nay, Slot. La, 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 la. There you go. Easy. Easy peasy. How does that even make sense? It doesn't, Ryan. But nothing Ten Lasso says usually makes sense to me. So, look, let's see what happens. Look, we've got 5 minutes till kickoff. The teams are in the tunnel right now, heading out for what is a mouth-watering group game between two very, very good football nations. France and the Netherlands about to take to the pitch. We'll take you through it all the way, of course. Again, we've been brought to you today with thanks to our amazing sponsors, Manscaped. You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com by scanning that QR code or using the link the code Anfield20, all one word, at checkout. And yeah, myself and Mr. Benjamin are going to try to take you through the game. Let me just check my clocks are working. First one, there we go. Second clock, there we go. Yes, we are good to go on that one. I'm actually using my mom's phone and my boy. Cool. Well, then that works. Then I didn't get it wrong. I knew that, though. Welcome in. Anyway, my friend, great to have you with us. VVD is a sexy man. Yes, Liz. Yes, he is. From one sexy man to another. Yes, we are. It's the cross we have to bear, Liz. Right, what else have we got? Liverpool have also been discussed as potential destination for Nico Williams is another link today from a Liverpool perspective. Also, Joshua Kimmich, Liverpool have been linked as one of the 4 clubs that Florian Plettenberg believe are capable of signing Joshua Kimmich. He said Liverpool, Man City, Barcelona and Real Madrid are the 4 clubs who are good enough or of the calibre to attract Joshua Kimmich. So let's wait and see if anything comes of that. Nah, not really much transfer news. LFC Shankly today, mate. It's kind of quiet. A few bits and pieces about Diaz again and a possible impending departure. There was a little story again linking us to Santiago Jimenez, but I take that with a pinch of salt. Yeah, nothing really too new. Nuri links were there as well. We covered them in the video earlier on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than the Arda Güler stuff, which I don't believe in, all honesty, mate. BBC or ITV. I'm watching it on the Irish broadcaster, mate, so I don't know what it's on in the UK. BBC One, said Mark. There you go. I'm watching it on RTE over here in Ireland, so. SG, lovely to see you in, my friend. Hope you're good. Hope you all have a lovely weekend lined up as well. Just a reminder, no live content tomorrow. It is our day off for the week, so there will be a news video coming out, but other than that, no live content tomorrow. We will be back though on Sunday. Right, we're nearly at 100 likes, so let's just get the likes up as well before we get underway. I'm going to quickly run through both teams for you again. We've got Mr. Ben in the background as well, helping us out tonight, bringing up your super chats and stuff on screen. So, the Dutch line up like this. Verbruggen in goal, then Dumfries, De Vrij, Van Dijk and Ake making up the back four. I wonder will we get a shot of Ronald Koeman picking his nose and absolutely going to town on it like he did the other day. Every tournament, every international tournament, there's a manager who makes a holy show of themselves. We had Scratch and Sniff previously for the Germans, and then we had Ronald Koeman just absolutely going to town like it's his favourite meal deal on a snuff from his face, which still freaks me out a bit. Like, I'm a big nose picker. I pick my nose quite a bit, but never in my entire life have I ever felt the urge to stick it in my face. Maybe that's just me. Enjoy a good pick and roll and flick, but certainly not a munch down. Then we have Schouten, Simons and Reinders in midfield for the Dutch, with Frimpong, Depay and Cody Gakpo operating up top. Again, we'll see Cody operate on his more familiar and preferred left-hand side. For the French, it's Magnan in goal, then Koundé, Upamecano, Saliba and Hernandez making up the back four. Rabiot, N'Golo Kante and Aurélien Tchouameni in midfield, with Griezmann, Thuram and Dembele up top. Plenty of options on the bench as well for both coaches. Geertruida, De Ligt, Wijnaldum, Weghorst, Biglo, Van de Ven, Veerman, Blind, Malin, Brobbery, Matson, Zerki, Flecken, Bergwijn and Gravenberch for the Dutch. For the French, Samba, Pavard, Mendy, Camavinga, Giroud, Mbappe, Kolo Muani, Zaire Emery, Fofana, Coman, Klaus, Areola, Konate and Barcola. That is the French bench. All good, Ed Stone. Yes, all good, bro. All good, thank you. Can't complain. Looking forward to more football. I'm going to be sitting back late tonight as well, watching the Copa America and seeing how it all unfolds. Right, let me get ready with the clock. Again, we are being brought to you with thanks to our friends at Manscaped. You know the drill. Scan the QR code or use that Anfield 20 at checkout. By the way, I want to say a little thank you to all of our community, because thanks to you guys, so far we've been able to sort out about 25 tickets to people for the live shows because of your donations and generosity. We've got people who are coming from different parts of the UK, and we've also got a family flying in from Poland to join us. All because of your donations, we've been able to make that come true for that family, which is amazing. So thank you for that. And again, if anybody does have financial difficulties or a reason that they can't come to the show, reach out to us. We'll sort it out and help you out if possible. Of course, it will all be kept completely private and confidential. You can always email us at contact@AnfieldAgenda.com, contact@AnfieldAgenda.com, and all of your incredible generosity like that is used to pay for these tickets for people to come along. So well done to you guys, and thank you to everyone that's supporting the shows. And Rob said, yes, Craig, we're going to Liverpool. One will be a pleasure, mate. Very excited. We're going to have a great night, because not only will we get to do the show, but the venue has music afterwards as well. So we'll be able to stay there, have a bite to eat, have a couple of drinks and chat with you guys as well. The kids have to be out by 10 p.m. So I'll be making it a preference to make sure that anyone with kids at the show gets the meet and greet part done first, so they get their photos or whatever before they head off. And then we can chat until the early hours. And yeah, it's going to be fun. My own young lad will be there as well, so it's going to be a nice event. Right, we are about to get underway. Score predictions, keep them coming in. I'm going to go for my 2-2, but if I picked a winner, I think I'd probably pick France. And let's see if N'Golo Kante can put in another midfield masterclass like he did the other day. There's our captain, the Dutch national team captain as well, Mr. Virgil van Dijk. What do you mean by kids? I mean, kids. I don't know what you mean, mate. It's an all ages event. The Liverpool and Cardiff shows are open for everyone. You know, all of our other shows have been over 18 events, but for the two in the UK, they're all ages. So 12-year-olds can come, 14-year-olds can come, 90-year-olds can come. That's what I mean by kids, mate. we wanted to make sure that, because nothing is more disappointing to me than hearing that people weren't able to go. Like, we met a lovely woman up in Belfast who had two 17-year-old kids who wanted to come along and unfortunately couldn't because the venue was over 18s. We are on the way. So that's what we're doing on this one. We're able to open it up to everyone. But the venue's licensing laws for the Liverpool show, the kids, the underage kids, have to be out by 10 p.m. But other than that, we can stay there and chat away. Right, we are on the way. Netherlands playing from right to left. You'll know them. They're in the orange kits. The French in their white and blue. Anybody needs me to sync up, please do let me know. I'm walking a tightrope as well for the live shows because I don't know if I'm allowed to swear or not. You know, I hope parents bringing their kids to the shows are aware there's going to be a bit of swearing. Obviously, there'll be nothing sexually explicit or anything like that, but, you know, it is still a Craig show, so. Right, the Dutch on the attack here early doors. Oh, here we go. They're in behind. Frimpong. Mannion gets a touch on it, and it just about trickles behind. That was a good chance for the Dutch to get one up there. Frimpong got a bit of a lucky ricochet through, but then he drags himself quite wide. He takes a nick on the way through as well. Did Mannion get a touch? He did. Good save that. Good save from Mannion. Because that was going to creep in. So yes, we did have the first strike of the game. It is a corner now to the Netherlands on the near side. Memphis Depay about to take it, but a Dutch player is down. Theo Hernandez down in the 6-yard box with an injury. Brooklyn, New York in the house. Scott, how are we, bro? Lovely to see you in. Hope you're well. Hope life over in New York's treating you good. Right, here we go. Corner to the Dutch. In swinger. Nope. Referee stops it because there's a bit of argy-bargy there. And Ake was dragged to the ground. So we will get the corner taken again. Oh, Anthony Taylor's the ref for this game as well, by the way. Right, so in swinger about to come from Memphis Depay by the looks of it. Corner in. Flicked away and headed away by the French defence. And Anthony Taylor blows up for a free out there. Foul by Xavi Simons. Craig, I'm missing something. How can Real Madrid buy Mbappe? Well, they didn't buy him. They got him for free. But I still get your point. And possibly Euro and Trent. They must have FFP laws somewhere in Spain. So, I'm going to try my best to explain it as best as I can, Samuel. Yes, they do have their own FFP in Spain. All the clubs have to input their financial data into an internal system, and then they get given their budgets, how much wiggle room they have and stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to profess to know Real Madrid's business inside out, but if you look back over their ins and outs in the last 3 or 4 years, they've been quite cagey. They probably haven't done as much incoming business as you would have expected. And then they've brought players and sold them to the likes of United for 70 million quid for Casemiro as an example. So, how can they afford it? I think they will have to sell somebody. I know they're talking about not wanting to sell the likes of Vinicius Jr. or Rodrigo, but I think there will be pressure to sell at some point. Mbappe was brought in, and I think he was brought in on a deal where he gets €20 million a year as a signing-on bonus over the course of his contract on top of his wages. With Lenny Yoro, you know, they are trying to get him cheap or free. If he digs his heels in and stays at Lille until January, they can sign him on a pre-contract and get him for free in the summer. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with their business. French on the attack now. Strike. Bit of a save for the cameras there by Verbruggen. Yeah, that was definitely one for the cameras. David said, can't lie, the Dutch are very overrated. Weren't in the great in the opening game, but at the same time, France weren't great either. Yeah, but they're still two very good historic footballing nations. And I'm excited to watch it. The games against each other in the qualifiers had quite a few goals in them as well. So hopefully we get some today. France go short with the corner. Back to N'Golo Kante. Griezmann again whips it in. Headed away by Virgil van Dijk. Peter, thank you so much for your super chat, mate. Very kind of you indeed. Peter has said, my girlfriend is from Indonesia, Craig, Her dad and two little brothers watch your Liverpool watchalongs from Surabaya. They're huge fans. I was there for a month spreading the gospel of Anfield Agenda. Well, let me say to your girlfriend, to your girlfriend's dad and her two little brothers, thank you. If you guys are watching right now, really do appreciate it. Would love to check out Indonesia at some point in the future as well. But the Anfield Agenda family is growing all around the world and you love to see it. So thank you, Peter, for spreading the gospel, mate. Thank you to your girlfriend's dad and her two little bros for watching as well. We really appreciate your support. Ooh, David Ornstein. Is this really an exclusive? Because we did see the Ornstein exclusive about Olise, but has he really chosen to go to Bayern Munich? I mean, that... Oh, is it? Hang on. Yes, you are spot on, mate. I give you your credit. Liverpool 09 Mark has just sent it on to me as well. Michael Olise has chosen to join Bayern Munich. And they're expected to agree a deal. That's a big get for Bayern Munich. Wow. Well, I guess that adds a little bit of more mystery to our transfer window then. And the tweet is up on the Vidi printer as well. Thank you, Ben, for that one. I keep forgetting we have the new Vidi printer where we can bring the tweets up. So thank you to Ben for the little nudge on the reminder. But wow, that is a big get and a big bit of business for Bayern Munich. Susie said, I've always been an Anfield Agenda fan. I just don't talk that much. I'd be the same, to be fair, on the YouTube channels I watch. Occasionally you'll see a comment of mine pop up on the likes of IFL TV or something, but normally I'm just somebody who sits back and watches as well. So yeah, we are on the way here. Almost 7 minutes in. I'm going to sync up in a second just to make sure that you guys are up with me. So at 7 minutes I'll sync up. I am now at 7 minutes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you very much. Right, and again, shout out to our friends at Lineup Builder who've helped us with all this new tech we have as well. Helped us build it from scratch. And our sponsors, Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com using our code Anfield20. That has genuinely shocked me. Honestly, I am kind of a little bit taken aback now by that Michael Olise news, because that's a big get. I can totally get it from Crystal Palace's perspective as well. It would always be preferential to sell a player outside of the league. And when that release clause is in there, I guess that they don't even have to worry about getting a higher number from a Premier League club, because 60 million euro. So, yeah, interesting. Big call that. Big call for Michael Olise. I have to say I'm shocked. Genuine. I thought he'd stay in the Prem. I thought he would end up at either Liverpool, Man United, or Chelsea. But there you go. David said, Craig, I think it's looking like Bayern are going to pursue of Xabi Alonso next season, along with Wirtz, Musiala, and Olise on the same team. It's very worrying for other clubs. At some point, David, I do wonder, when is our master plan going to come into fruition and become clear? Because I really don't understand what we're doing at the minute. Squeaky clean, enjoy that food, mate. Enjoy your food. Scott said, we really do need right wing cover regardless of the left side like Nico. I'm afraid if he leaves going down the pecking order like Bakayoko. Again, that worries me. Because whoever our business is, we need to figure it out. You know, we need to get cracking. I'm not going to say crack-a-lackin', lads, don't worry. You're my favourite streamer. Thank you, Garrett. Really appreciate your support, mate. Lovely comment. Thank you so much. Roger said, once again, we'll sit around, do F all, and have everybody we've been linked with get snapped up by others. We'll get one half decent, one average, and one cheap player. And I'll get called toxic for calling it out, mate, you know, because I'm one of the few people who will actually call out FSG for not spending money or enough money. There's a lot of other people who just toe the company line because, well, they're cowards in my opinion, who don't have the backbone to really speak up what they believe, because nobody can tell me that they're happy that we don't compete in the financial side of things. We went through the numbers yesterday. From last season, our rebuild season, we still spent the 6th most in the Prem and a long way behind the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City. Even Spurs outspent us and we were in a rebuild phase. Frank said, not spend the money on the Red Sox or Liverpool. What are they doing with the money? Well, Liverpool's a cash cow. And what I mean by that is they're not taking money out of the club. But every season, Liverpool's value is going up and up and up. So even just by sitting on their hands, Liverpool is making them a lot of money. And freeing up a lot of equity for them as well. So I don't get it. I don't get the worship of the accountants, which is what some people seem to have. But they're really clever with money. They're great. We're not in trouble. That's cool. It is good that we're not in financial trouble, but it'd be also nice if they, you know, made us really competitive. So we are 11 minutes in, still no score in this game. The Dutch are certainly in it. They've created a couple of opportunities. Saying that though, there's a free kick given for a foul on William Saliba, and Anthony Taylor is the official in charge of this one. When the hell were Bayern even involved in Olise, said Toes? They just spawned it out of nowhere. Yeah, it certainly, I think all of us assumed that he'd stay in the Prem. But yes, Bayern have got their man and it is a very good piece of business. Liz said, the pinstripes in the French shorts is good. I usually hate shorts with stripes. I think the French jersey looks like a really bad blag shirt that you get off a not so reputable website, shall we say. Did I watch Arne Slot's interview? I did, Garrett. Yes, I watched the interview and I watched the behind the scenes of his arrival, which was really interesting as well. Yeah, look, I think Peter McDowell always does a great job with these interviews. He's really good at what he does. And I thought it was interesting, yeah. Really, that behind the scenes video was great though. It gave you an idea of just how hectic and busy a day it was for Arne Slot when he arrived. Yes, Liz, Anthony Taylor is indeed a Clint. You are right. Speaking of Clints. Oh, yes, here we go. Here we go. The wife has delivered. She's got me the ketchup I asked for because Heinz have now released smoky bacon ketchup. I can have a sniff of it. That's one thing. I'm going to have a little sniff of this now, live. Oh, Sprina, smell it. It smells like, honestly, it will make you hungry smelling it. Oh. It does, doesn't it? It smells banging. It smells like a ration. I seen it earlier on that Heinz has just released the smoky bacon ketchup. It's all over my table here. Yeah, and I said to Sprina, if you're at the shop, can you grab a bottle of it? Smells amazing. Smells good, doesn't it?
And they have curry one and a pickle one as well.
No, the bacon just sounds perfect.
Yeah, curry ketchup, and now there's tomato ketchup, pickle flavour.
Big question mark wants to know is, K-Vade, how much?
€4.59 or 2 for 6 with club card.
Did you get 2 for 6?
I got this in saucy sauce.
Oh, cool. Okay, that works. Yeah.
The saucy sauce is my sauce.
She got a 2 for €6 mark. So she got a saucy sauce for herself because she likes that one. And then she got me and Lucas the bacon ketchup. And I'm going to have it in my burger later. I'm probably way too excited over that. Way too excited. Chance there for the French, by the way. Tried to flick it over to Antoine Griezmann and De Vrij gets a block in and they kind of make a mess then of the follow-up. Ketchup is awful. Oh, Liz, I'd be in big trouble, mate, if I had no ketchup. Ketchup's kind of like the extent of my sauce. I only really eat ketchup, and I'll eat barbecue sauce if it's on chicken or something, but yeah, oh, Liz, I love ketchup. I would refuse to actually eat a burger without ketchup. Chicken or beef. No way. No ketchup, no dice. Lynn said, Olise deal with Bayern Munich just goes to show the journalists have no real idea of what's going on behind the scenes, of the deals going on. Yes, I think it's another good shout you've made there, my friend. Look, I've been calling this out all summer from the journalists. They're great at all telling us who we're not going after, or towing the company line and trying to tell us we don't need centre-backs as a priority, but very few of them have actually shown that they have any idea who Liverpool are going after. Mustard is better than ketchup on a burger. Wow. Is it? Why is my Sky remote connecting? Honestly, Sky, get your finger out. I want to watch the football. It's back now. Yeah, I eat ketchup on everything, and I don't like mustard, to be honest with you. But yeah, ketchup on everything. Keane said he's one of those people that eats ketchup on everything. Same as me, mate. I have even been known to have ketchup with curry occasionally. Corner to the Netherlands. Strike there from Gakpo. Tipped around the post by Mannion. Good work from Cody. Cuts inside onto his right foot. Drills a low shot towards the far corner. And the French keeper gets down well. Touches it round his post for a corner to the Netherlands. Mbappe's on the bench, Jake, because of the old broken nose. So he has that mask and he will be available. He is on the bench. Corner in from the Netherlands. Goes all the way through to the far side, where it's recycled. But Van Dijk's just... I don't know what Van Dijk's signalling to do here, but the Dutch look like they're going to try another long diag here. Nope, they go all the way back to the keeper. That's such a waste of a set piece. What did the fast ketchup say to the slow ketchup? I'd imagine it's ketchup. Craig, what do you think of Olise to Bayern as well as Liverpool looking into Nico Williams' reports? So, what I think from all of that, Iman, is that Liverpool are going to look to sell Diaz. There's so much stuff about Diaz to Barcelona every day that I feel like they will get to a number, but not the number that's been reported, because reports coming out of Spain suggested Liverpool will take 50 million for Diaz. We won't. We'll want higher. But it feels like he could leave if Barca can get their act together. Now, I'm not saying I want Diaz to go. I'm okay with either of it, but we need to hurry up, because if Diaz leaves, right, as an example, it means we're still just replacing players. We haven't got to the point of adding depth to the squad yet. We love a bit of water, don't we? Yes, I do, mate. I try and get through one of those bottles of Volvic every day. We need a forward anyway. Yes, we do, Alex. Absolutely. We need one for the right-hand side because, you know, Mo and all that. So, yeah, we need one there for the future. I would argue we need another forward now anyway, but I just don't understand. I'm starting to get very, very concerned about our business, but, you know, let's just wait and see for it. That's all we can do for the minute. Liz says Voss water is king. They don't sell Voss water in Ireland, Liz. I have to import it when I buy it. I used to buy a box of it every month off Amazon and got it shipped over. But amazingly, they don't sell it in the stores here. Feels like Barcelona will probably go for Williams over Diaz. They want Diaz, mate. Make no mistake about it. Nico Williams is available. Everybody knows the release clause of about 55 million. His wages are quite high. But Deco and Barcelona want that experience and leadership of Diaz in their squad. So that's why they're looking at him. He is their number one target. The only problem I think about Nico Williams is some people have been reporting that he's asking for about 300 Gs a week. Now look, he's on a high wage at Bilbao because, as we discussed before, Bilbao don't really have to spend that much of their budget each year on transfers because, you know, they sign players from a specific geographical region. So they do have a bit of wiggle room on wages, but it makes it very difficult because I can't see Liverpool or Michael Edwards looking to bring in Nico Williams and give him a contract that would make him probably like our second or third highest earner at the club. And then you're setting a precedent, of course, for negotiations with Trent and Virgil and Salah, in which they're going to say, well, you're willing to pay this lad a load of dough, so... Like, if the rumours are true that Nico Williams wants about £250,000 per week, that's a big contract. I think only Mohamed Salah earns more than that at Liverpool. Andy said, what the hell is going on with Olise going to Bayern? Did Liverpool or even declare an interest? I don't know, but look, I guess, Andy, the only important part of that is, mate, that he's going to Bayern. So even if we had declared an interest, we're still not doing it strongly enough or weren't convincing enough. I don't know the answer because I don't know Liverpool's position at the minute. Because remember, according to the Echo, we don't prioritise a centre-back and we don't prioritise a defensive midfielder. So who the fuck are we prioritising? And if it's a forward, who is it? Like, I don't know. I'm still angry about the transfers or the contract situation with Virgil, Mo and Trent. That still annoys me. Who would you sign for Liverpool? So, okay, I'm happy to go through this and give it my best go. In centre-back, I would either sign one of these four. Mark Gave, Crystal Palace. Antonio Silva of Benfica. Diamonde of Sporting Lisbon, who again has changed agents. He's moved to the Roof agency, which is the same agency Elliot Van Dijk and I think Billy Comedio are signed up with. So he's looking for a move because he's changing agents. Other than that, at centre-back, the other one I wouldn't mind is Inacio. But again, I could probably name you 3 or 4 more. In midfield, I want Ederson from Atalanta. And then up top, at the moment, I want Chiesa because I think he would be a good all-arounder. But if we lose a player, then we need a specific type of player as well on top of that. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the minute with our squad depth. Also, I'd sell Costa Simicas and go for Nuri because I think that will be an upgrade. How much are the tickets for which, Robert? The live shows? 15, 1-5, mate. £15. In Cardiff, we have 2 group tickets left, which are 4 tickets for £50, so they work out £12.50 each. So yeah, that's where we're at. All the tickets, individual prices are £15, and you can get them with the link at the top of the chat. Calafiori, I don't know enough about him, Stephen, to have said for me, yes. From everything I've heard from other people, absolutely. Calafiori looks like a decent option. Juventus want him, but Bologna, because of the whole Thiago Motta stuff, would rather sell him elsewhere if they have to sell him. So yeah, could be an option. Now, when we're talking about the likes of Calafiori, it's important to remember this is a market that Richard Hughes will know very, very well from his extensive Italian contacts. What about Yoro? Look, we all know Garrett is going to Real Madrid. You know, Liverpool are there, United are there, but the kid wants Madrid. Madrid want him. It's going to happen. Have we looked at Todibo? So on this, I'm going to weirdly stand up for Manchester United. Why is it that Manchester United can't sign Jean-Claire Todibo because of that whole ownership thing, but Manchester City are okay to sign the kid from Girona? Can somebody make that make sense to me? Because I'm very confused by it. I've no problem with either club being able to sign either, as long as it's for a fair transfer fee. I don't understand why that would be a boundary or a problem for Manchester United and it wasn't for Man City. You know, it seems like that's a tad unfair. I know you have to get fair market value, so there's no favouritism between inter-clubs and all this. That's fair enough, but I don't know. What do you think of Chelsea dropping out of the Olise race? Did I miss anything? Yes, he's going to Bayern Munich. That was announced shortly after Asentino. So, yeah, Bayern Munich are getting Michael Olise. That was the news that followed on fairly quickly from the news about about Chelsea. Is there any Barca player you would take in a swap deal for Lucho? Oh God, yes. And thank you for your super chat as well, Adam Brown, and of course Asentino. Yes, I take Frankie de Jong, but again, his wages are astronomical. I would take, of course, the likes of Pedri, Gavi, Yamal, players that we won't get out of Barcelona, in all honesty. I don't want to hear about the likes of Rafinha and that, though. Gakpo now, for the Dutch. Cut into his right foot again, got his head up, tried to pick out Memphis Depay, but it was played behind him. The ball goes behind for a goal kick. What does Mbappe's mask look like? I haven't got a clue. I don't think it's going to be like cool like the Ninja Turtles one, but I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Evie said, love Cody on the left so much. He looks so confident out there, Evie, doesn't he? Looks really, really good. And I thought he looked equally as confident on the latter part of the season for us. L7 Drifter said, mask looks like the French flag. Mark says it's black. It's a plain black / navy one, said Evie. There you go. Alex wants to know how much was Olise. 60 million was the buyout clause, so I imagine that was the price, mate. Would you get Yakuba Mintha? Is that the kid from Newcastle that was at Feyenoord? Apparently we're not interested in him. If he's the same guy I'm thinking of. Yeah, 40 million is the number Newcastle want, but apparently we ain't interested. Wufu Blam Blam said, I'm shocked with the Olise news, but I think we get Nico. How about you? I'd happily take Nico Williams, mate. No problemo. But he wants Barca by the looks of it, so I feel like Barca are going to leverage the whole Nico Williams thing into trying to get us to basically knock down our price for Diaz so they won't go for Nico Williams. It's a weird situation. I don't know how it all ends, but, you know, waste. Thuram, was the flag up? Let's have a look. No, he was on. What a waste. Beautiful ball in behind to Marcus Thuram, and he just blares it wide. He had no support really, so he had to go it alone, but didn't even hit the target. Will Ipswich Town be a difficult first game? Absolutely. You know, a newly promoted team at home taking on one of the big boys in their first game. Yes, it's gonna be. We're gonna have to be certainly up for the battle, no matter what else, and hopefully our higher caliber of players will come through. But we have to be as hungry, as battle ready as they are. I'm definitely not expecting that to be an easy game. Susie, can we stop talking about Mbappe's nose being black, please? You know, if we're not talking about people's skin colours, mate, and that's the type of shit that will get you banned. I know that you're a kid, and that's why I'm giving you the little heads up, because you said you're on your mum's phone. But we can't be talking about lads' skin colours, mate, in any context. So I'm going to remove the comment, but just keep it in mind, mate. As I said, I understand you didn't mean it as a racist comment or anything like that, bro. I'm not trying to have a go at you like that, but you know, we got to be careful and respectful. Did I see the Musiala links? I did, Oren. And I'd be over the moon. But I don't think Bayern are going to be doing this rebuilding that they're doing now unless they're going to build that team around the likes of Jamal Musiala. I can't see them selling. They're going to want to bring in Florian Wirtz. They're going to want to bring in Xavi Alonso. Yeah, unfortunately, I wish I had more positive thoughts on that one. Who would you rather have, Nico Williams or Luis Diaz? Nico Williams. Nico Williams, mate. Because a couple of things, like there's 6 years in the difference in their age as well. Diaz this season has, I think, 13, which is Mane's worst season numbers for Liverpool. So yeah, look, I know I don't want an unhappy player at the club. And if Diaz felt like his move to Barca was taken away from him, I don't know, I just think Williams. But I like Lucho. I think Lucho's a good player. But, you know, we're in a good position on Lucho because we've got 3 years left on his contract. So we're in no big rush or need to try and sell or make a decision because he's got plenty of time left. And he's a low earner as well at Liverpool. I want their levers, said Liz. Yes, I wouldn't mind a few of those levers myself. It's just before payday for me, Liz. And yeah, I could do with a couple of financial levers at the minute. If I showed you my Revolut account, you'd laugh at me. Williams or Kudus, Craig? You see, I'd probably edge the Kudus there because Premier League experience, a little bit more established. Yeah, I'd probably lean for Kudus in that scenario. Are Liverpool interested in a Turkish player? So, Philip, there's been 2 links today for Liverpool with Turkish players. One of them are the Güler, the Real Madrid player. But there was another link to a defender. I'm just going to scroll back up here and read it out to you. So this piece here said, reports from Turkey are claiming that Kasimpasa star Yasin Özkan is a target for Liverpool. An outlet over in Turkey are reporting that the Reds are looking to sign the central defender this summer, with the article claiming Liverpool have been monitoring the player for a long time. I've never heard of him. I have heard of the Turkish team, but I've never heard of him. But that doesn't mean anything, to be fair. Adam, how are you, my friend? Thank you for your super chat. Said, I watched the sloth video and was singing to myself, are you Craig Houlden in disguise? We love that, Adam. Well in, mate. I need to work on my tan. So maybe after my holiday in September, I'll have that Arne Slot vibe because he looks pretty lovely in that. That tan is on point. You know, you can see he worked hard on that tan. Thoughts on Trent in midfield? I've always said the same thing. How do I pronounce your name? Esila? I think he needs to be in a double pivot. He can't be a defensive midfielder because he isn't. If you played with a midfield 3, you could play him on the right side of it. But in Liverpool's system and the way Arne Slot looks like he's going to play, he's either a right back or a double pivot midfield. He cannot be a lone defensive midfielder, in my opinion. Oh, we've got a poll up about the result. Ben, can we get a poll for the players that we've been talking about? So let's end the poll. 48% of people think Netherlands win. Can we get a poll, Ben, asking, would you rather, and then say, keep Diaz, sign Nico Williams, or sign Kudus? 3 options if you wouldn't mind, Ben. So, would you rather keep Luis Diaz, sign Mohamed Kudus, or sign Nico Williams? And see what the audience think. What would I do with England? I would drop Jude Bellingham back into midfield. I would put Cole Palmer in Jude Bellingham's position. I would drop Saka because I don't think he's been very good in this tournament. I would put Jared Bowen on the right-hand side. I would get rid of Kieran Trippier on the left-hand side and either put Joe Gomez in there or Luke Shaw if he's fit to play. And then you've got the awkward conversation about Harry Kane. You know, is he really fit enough? Because is he mobile enough? There's no denying the man's goal scoring ability. Harry Kane is a natural goal scorer, but doesn't really give England the option to run in behind, which Ollie Watkins would give that option. So that's kind of what I think I'd do with the England team. Yes, rip some of it up and start again. What about Kvaratskhelia? Oh, God, I forgot. Ben, sorry, mate. Can we do the poll again? That's on me. Sorry. Can we do the same poll, Ben, but just put Kvaratskhelia in it as well? Sorry, mate. I'm being a pain in the backside to you. So yes, we'll throw Kvaratskhelia in there as well, and then we'll do it with the 4 options. Sorry, Ben. Luke Shaw's mistraining again. Why doesn't he give Gomez a look? Like, I know Gomez is still not a left-footed left-back, but I think he's certainly in better physical condition at the minute than Kieran Trippier, who looks exhausted, in fairness. Daryl, how are you, my friend? Said, Olise has made a huge mistake going to Bayern, Craig. It feels a weird one, to be honest with you. Bayern are a big draw, but it feels the wrong choice. If Liverpool were at the table, or another big Premier League club were at the table, like Chelsea or United, I can understand them going there over United, because United are a bit messy at the minute. But yeah, he's made his choice. I can't sit here and say it's the most stupid choice in the world, because Bayern are a very good club. But it's an interesting one. Maybe that he's looked at it and thought that the likes of Coman, Gnabry, Sané, their days are numbered at Bayern, and he's going to be that new star. And thank you, Ben, again, mate. Really appreciate you. Oh yeah, so there is the Mbappe mask. It is pretty much just all black, with a tiny little bit of yellow on the insert. Craig, what would you do with £1 million? Buy 2 investment properties and a house for my family. And the investment properties, I would rent out and use the rental income to save for my kids for when they get married in the future, and then give them each one of those properties when they reach the age that I think they're ready. So yeah, that's what I do. Buy a family home for myself, the missus, and the kids, and then I 2 investment apartments or something like that. I wish I had that headache though. Jeez, what could I do with £1 million? Wow. What could I do with 10 grand? This is kind of more realistic conversation for me. Lynn said, Southgate is daft. Did you see the one where a caller asked Southgate to be sacked and flying in Klopp to replace? I did, and I'd seen another one that said, free kick here to France, by the way. Oh, sorry, to the Netherlands. Is it Netherlands or France? France, sorry. Look, Gareth Southgate is the epitome of a yes man who is... I don't understand what he brings to the job other than he's clean cut, because he's tactically inept. You're looking at a manager who bottled a penalty shootout to try and convince people that he has the right mental strength to go and win a European Championship, when he sets England out not to lose. You know, when you go 1-0 up in a game, look at the stats that are doing the round. There's a graphic that shows the average position of the England players in the 15 minutes after they scored the opening goal. And every single one of them, including Harry Kane, was in and around the edge of their own 18-yard box for the next 15 minutes. He's such a pussy. Honestly. How do you have that many attacking players and still manage to somehow put out the most boring looking team? It baffles me. Right, France on the attack. Ball pulled back across. Cleared by the Dutch. France have it back though. That'll be a free kick in a good area for a shot. Anthony Taylor straight over. Dembele brought down. Van Dijk's not happy about it, but Anthony Taylor's like, dude, do you not remember from the Prem? It's me, Taylor, Manchester's finest. You're getting nothing. Mr. Bean could win the Euros with that squad, said Adam Brown. Honestly, mate, I don't say this very often, but I reckon I'd win the Euros with that England squad. I reckon I'd at least make it more entertaining. And I reckon most armchair football fans who've played the game would be better placed to have a crack at that England team. I don't know what blind loyalty the players want to have to him, but he's just not a very good coach, in my opinion. Right, let's see if France can do one with his free kick. Antoine Griezmann, Ousmane Dembele standing over it. France have their own players in the wall there as well, Arlie and Tchouameni being one of them. This is definitely favouring a left footer in my opinion, so... Griezmann hits it off the top of the wall and it goes behind. He's Italian, Evie. Italian. Right. What's this? Right, corner to the French. 4 minutes to go in the first half. We still await the opening goal. Griezmann whips it in. Cleared away at the near post by Cody Gakpo. Liz said she'd buy adaptive cookware, knives and chopping board if he had extra money. Do you need... I didn't realise that you needed adaptive cookware now, Liz, as well, obviously, with what you've been through, mate. If there's anything we can has the Anfield Agenda community to help you out with, Liz, you know the offer's going to be there, my friend. You're the mother of the group. We've always said that. So if we can do anything at all to help you out, Liz, you only have to ask. And of course, the community will step up, as they always do, and look after one of their very own. I have the high ground. What live stream is it, or can watch the RNA interview reaction? It's not on a live stream. It's a video, mate. It's on a video that we put out yesterday. It went out at about 5 o'clock. Or maybe, no, sorry, day before yesterday, about 5 o'clock. So, yeah, and it's called RNA Slot Reaction. So, and yes, we do appreciate Liz, Gary. Spot on, my man. So we are at 42 minutes, 45 seconds in the first half. This one, it's still the Netherlands 0, France 0. Liz, again, if there is anything you need, my friend, don't be shy. Put together an Amazon wish list, Liz. Lash it into the Discord group. And that way, if anybody can help you guys out with a small bit here or there, we can do it. Don't be too proud, Liz. You guys have helped me out in the past. You guys have helped me reach equipment goals and stuff like that. So never, ever feel that the community won't be right there for you guys. We all go through some difficult periods in life, Liz. And you yourself and Ian are people who always look out for others. I know that much about you from getting to know you guys over the years. So maybe throw together an Amazon wish list, drop it into the group, and you know that we'll make that happen, Liz, because you're one of ours. And you know, once you're one of ours, your whole family's part of our community, Liz. So you know, that's what we're here for, and we all mean this sincerely. I watched the video, but you mentioned you would dive into it more on the live. It would have been that night, so the same video after that, same day. I can't remember the title of it off the top of my head. Give me 2 seconds though, and I'll let you know. Hang on, let me just go back through it. Videos, lives. I believe it was Euro Millions. I believe it was the Euro Millions video. 1 second. No, it wasn't. It would have been 2 days ago. So it was the one entitled Italian Job. Italian Job. Liz said, I'm having surgery next month. It's a process which may help. Look, I know what you've been through, Liz, and of course, I won't break your confidence, but if there's anything we can do, anything, just ask. George, always lovely to see you in, my friend. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Looking forward to a day off tomorrow. I say looking forward to, but every time I take the day off, I get the itch to work again. But I need the day off. But other than that, I'm good, thank you. Looking forward to watching more footy and sport. Thanks very much for checking. On a funny note, have I seen the Italian Job? Actually, no. Weirdly, I've not seen either of them. The original one with Michael Caine or the remake, which is an embarrassing thing to say for me because I probably should have seen the original one. We have half time in this one, ladies and gentlemen, and it is the Netherlands 0, France 0 at half time. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. Don't forget you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com, whether it's the all-new Performance Package 5.0 Ultra featuring the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Lawnmower 5.0, their brightest ever LED spotlight, enough battery to groom you forever, and many other little perks as well in there. A couple of free goodies, the boxer brief, the shed travel bag. You can get that, the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, or anything else from our friends at Manscaped simply by using our QR code or the code Anfield20. You will get that 20% off and free shipping. Have I paid any attention to the Turkish games in the Euros? Also happy to be here, you're great. I love Turkish football, mate. I have said this all the time. Love Turkey as a country. I'm going back over there in October. Can't wait. It's been a few years since I've been over. And it's not surprising me that they've got off to a great start in these Euros. I wish them nothing but success. They have always produced some good players. And I love the support the fans give them as well. So I genuinely hope they go deep into the tournament because, Turkish football's on the rise at the minute. You've seen Mourinho go over there as well to take up a job. We've seen some players cross over even from England, the likes of Oxlade-Chamberlain and that as well, to play in Turkey. So I've always said if I was a player, I wouldn't mind the spell playing over in Turkey because their fans are incredible. Daryl said, Craig, what business do you think we'll do? So, I feel I need to differentiate between what I think we should do and what I think we will do. What I think we will do, honestly, I don't know. Because I don't know what the hell we're at the minute. For a whole load of reasons. I don't know how we've let the Trent, Virgil and Mo contracts get to where they are. I don't know how we weren't in that conversation for Olise, or maybe we were and we lost out. I don't like the fact that we're simping around for Euro when he clearly wants Madrid. So it feels to me like we're twiddling our thumbs. But I'm sure work is going on in the background. So what I will, maybe that's a Freudian slip. What I will say is I'm pushing back against the journalists that are trying to just toe the company line. So anybody who said that centre-back isn't or shouldn't be a priority can kiss my ass. Anybody who thinks we don't need a defensive midfielder is deluded. And probably another forward. And that's just to get back to parity. So for me, the club have a lot to do in this transfer window. We've lost Thiago Alcantara and Joel Matip. Those spots need to be replaced. You can make an argument maybe one of them can be replaced from the youth players. I get that. But look at the business we did last year in our rebuild, and we still were outspent by 5 Premier League clubs. So I say this knowing I'm damaging my own career, but I'm sick of it. I'm sick of FSG. I'm sick of the bait and switch. I'm sick of the false dawns, the bullshit, the we can compete, the we're great financially, we bring in loads of money, blah, 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 but yet we're paupers when it goes to the transfer market. And I'm sick of people making excuses for them and giving them the benefit of the doubt. Because the benefit of the doubt always leads to frustration at the end of the window. And if we don't kick up a fuss, of course they're just going to go, that's sound. And when you've got people who are either genuinely happy with the status quo, deluded, or willfully not speaking up because of fear of losing their access, that's where I come in. Because I'll call it like it is. And FSG are cheap. Now, I'm gonna make myself comfortable because I'm gonna talk for a couple of minutes here. I look at it like this. I will attack FSG on their spending, but I will do it in a respectful way. And what I mean by that is, I'm never going to get personal. I'm never going to talk about someone's family or anything outside of FSG in a footballing context. I don't know John W. Henry personally. I don't know Tom Werner personally. I don't know Mike Gordon personally. But I know what I want for Liverpool Football Club, and it is better transfer budgets than they've been given up. There's nothing wrong with being clever. There's nothing wrong with being prudent. There's nothing wrong with doing your research, bringing in statisticians, all that other stuff. I give them the credit where I think they deserve it. But they also need to be held to account by the fans, because they will get away with spending as little as possible as long as the value of the club keeps going up and the television revenue and Champions League football keeps coming in. But that's not what we're about. Liverpool Football Club don't exist to qualify for the Champions League. We exist to win European Cups. We exist to win league titles. The folklore, the glory, all the years that we grew up and all the images we've been shown that make this football club what it is, this beautiful worldwide phenomenon, is because we dared to be great. And we left no stone unturned and spent every penny we could and did everything to make sure that Liverpool were successful. So wherever you stand on the owners, if you want to go into the whole they saved us from bankruptcy and you want to bury your head in the sand on that, have at it. I'm always happy to give them credit for the good stuff. The Annie Road end, the main stand, the training facility, bringing Jurgen Klopp in, all that other stuff I've given them praise for. But I've never forgotten the snidey stuff. I've never forgotten about the Super League. I've never forgotten about the furloughing of staff. I've never forgotten about the ticket price increases, the way that they let Kenny Dalglish go. All these other things that some people are just happy to keep apologising for them on. And I'm not one of those people. I want my football club to be competitive. And if I felt sincerely that there was no way we could spend more money, I wouldn't be speaking up. But I believe that deep down everybody knows we can spend more money and the owners choose not to. Now, if you're somebody who wants to be invited to Melwood or Kirby, or you want to go to Anfield, you want to interview the players, then I'm probably not the right type of role model for the type of content you should be making. But I look at it like this. You start your fan content journey as a football fan of your love of the club. You want it to be successful. And when you see it not being for the reason that we're being outspent by teams that aren't really in a better financial position than us, I've got to ask why. Is the desire there for John W. Henry and Tom Werner to win? Well, let me just say this. They're not even on the same page about the future of the Premier League. Tom Werner wants Liverpool to become the Harlem Globetrotters, play games in LA, play games in Tokyo, play games in Abu Dhabi or Saudi Arabia. Whereas John W. Henry has come out recently and said he doesn't want that. So we don't even have joined up thinking on bigger picture stuff. And they don't care. They genuinely don't give a damn. They're over in Boston and the Red Sox, their home team, they seem to be unwilling to make competitive again, from what I'm understanding. I don't watch Major League Baseball, but from Bostonians I've spoken to, they're not very happy with them. They're absent owners who don't show up to enough games. I don't understand why we're supposed to be thankful. For what? You know, they did the Annie Road end. They did the main stand. Yeah, they did. But you're paying for it. John W. Henry and FSG aren't paying for it. They loan the club the money, but every cent of that, plus a tiny bit of interest to cover inflation, will be paid back. So why are we throwing flowers at them for doing the obvious stuff with other people's money? It's not rocket science to do the main stand on the Annie Road end and increase capacity and bring in more money. It's the basic, bare minimum that they should be doing. So, for me, they're cheap. And also, the hypocrisy of our own football club baffles me. You'll never walk alone applies unless you're Anfield Agenda. In which case, we'll ignore your emails, we'll ignore your requests, we'll ignore trying to reach out with an olive branch to figure out why the football club seemingly has a problem with me. Why they reach out to supporters clubs when we're going over to America to ask what they're doing with us. If you have an issue with us, speak to us. Stop ignoring us, because we'll get to a point where our community is going to continue to grow because I'm one of the few dissenting voices against the owners. And I try to do it in a fair, honest, reasonable way without getting personal. But I'm getting to a point now where I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle because people seem to be happy with the status quo. And I get a lot of abuse for it. And that comes with the territory. But I truly believe in what I'm saying. Our owners are cheap and they don't have the stomach to win. And for that reason, they should fuck off and sell the club, because it isn't an asset to me. I don't have years to keep passing by just hoping that the club's value goes up. Season ticket holders spending their hard-earned money travelling home and away don't have years to pass up. So John W. Henry and FSG need to pull the finger out, or we need to start calling them out on it. Because it is honestly embarrassing that every transfer window we're almost crying poor mouth. Told we can sign a generational talent. Can we? Where's the generational talent? Because they keep coming and going. We all know we're not signing Lenny Yoro. So the PR bullshit going on that Liverpool are monitoring, looking at, keeping an eye on. Same with Musiala. We all know we're not going to sign Musiala. Like we didn't sign Bellingham, like we didn't sign Mbappe. At what point are people going to realise that these lads are fucking spoofers? Because they are. Michael Edwards is a genius. Richard Hughes, I'm delighted about all those appointments. But John W. Henry, Tom Werner are cheap. It is a fact, in my opinion. And if you're too scared to call that out and call yourself a Liverpool fan or a fan channel or a podcast, you must be a pussy, because I don't understand how you're happy with it. What's your thoughts on the game? Hope you're good. Game's interesting, Omar. Dutch are certainly in it. I still feel like France will win it late on, but it's an interesting game. The club get in touch with supporters clubs if they're willing to collaborate with you. Yes. So again, I've shown these images. When we were going over to Florida, we were supposed to meet up with the Orlando Supporters Club and the Tampa Bay Supporters Club. And the club touched base with both of them, according to the supporters clubs. I know that the club know we exist. So when I see every other Liverpool content creator at Anfield playing in charity games, or being brought over, or going to the Jurgen Klopp farewell, we read and wrote an email. And I'm going to read you out the email again. We wrote a really, really kind email as an olive branch to try and say, look, we believe... I'll read it out to you. It's the easiest way I can do it. And we were ignored twice. Again. We asked could we even buy tickets to Jurgen Klopp's farewell. Ignored. Asked could we have an interview like other fan channels when Klopp was leaving. Ignored. Constantly. And that's cool. But the hypocrisy of it isn't lost on me. So I'm going to read this out to you. One sec. It's quite long. So when the second half gets underway, I'll start the clock. But when I read this out to you, give me your honest assessment. Let me know if you think this is a fair and balanced email or not. I have to scroll back quite a bit, sorry, because the only place I have it is quite a while back in my chat. Sorry, folks, I'm still scrolling. Right, here we go. So, I'll start the clock in the second half as well when it gets underway. But this is the letter that Connor wrote, took time over, and I'm so proud of him. Let me say that before I read the letter. I'm so proud of Connor for the way he wrote this, because I wouldn't have been able to word it as well. This is what he said. Dear Liverpool Football Club, my name is Connor Crosby, and I'm writing to you from Anfield Agenda, one of the largest independent Liverpool FC platforms globally, with a massive worldwide audience of dedicated Liverpool fans. We feel it is important to address a concern that we have. Despite our significant reach and positive impact on the Liverpool fan base, we have constantly been overlooked for media engagement such as the recent Jurgen Klopp interviews, new kits being sent out for review before launches, interviews with players and many more. We have found our attempts at communication largely ignored, with a recent request for entry to the Jurgen Klopp event at the M&S Bank Arena overlooked without response. This persistent disregard has left us not only has left not only our team but also our audience feeling disenfranchised from the club we hold dear. Our host Craig has shared his personal journey on our platform, including his challenging upbringing, which has persistently talked and asked others to open up about their mental health struggles. His story resonated with so many fans, fostering a sense of community and support that is invaluable. In addition to our media efforts, we have actively supported numerous Liverpool community charities. Sorry, I just got to get this clock ready. Liverpool community charities. We have frequently supported food banks in Liverpool City, provided Liverpool shirts to fans who otherwise couldn't afford them, promoted GoFundMe campaigns for members of our community who are going through difficult times. These initiatives are extremely important to us and have always underscored our commitment to adding positivity to the Liverpool community. We are reaching out not out of anger, but from a place of disappointment and genuine concern. We believe that greater engagement with the Anfield Agenda community could further unite and uplift Liverpool fans, offering a platform where the club can connect directly with its passionate and diverse fan base. We kindly ask for reconsideration of our role within the Liverpool FC media landscape. We are eager to collaborate and contribute positively, ensuring that all Liverpool fans feel heard and valued. Thank you for taking the time to read this email. We look forward to your response and hope for a more inclusive and collaborative relationship moving forward. You tell me what you think of that email. Does that sound like the type of email being sent from a loudmouth arsehole channel? Because to me it seems like a very well worded, balanced, fair assessment, and an olive branch just asking to be treated the same as everybody else. But we just get blanked. It's frustrating when the thing you love and try to contribute positively towards Liverpool fans around the world, and you just get ignored. Not even a response. Oh, look, we have one in the chat. Gerald said, now I get it. You're bitter because you were denied an interview. You're constantly whining about a transfer window that's still open. And it's not like other clubs have been busy either. Yeah, that's it, Gerald. That's why we wrote the email, mate. It couldn't possibly be because I have a point, maybe. And if you're happy with the window... See, I would suggest, one, you already have a view of me that you dislike me. And your comment is based off that and that alone. Because, mate, we've asked loads of times. And I notice you've glossed over the positive stuff we've done. Because it doesn't suit your narrative, Gerald. That's okay, mate. But no, I'm not bitter about it. I'm frustrated by the lack of engagement with a club that prides itself on bringing people together and inclusivity. So, you're not clever enough, Gerald, to outwit me or outbattle me. So don't try it, bro. You're just another negative arsehole who has nothing positive to add to the community or the chat. So, if you think that's bitter, fair enough. You're entitled to your opinion. Nomad said, that's a brilliant letter. Well done, Connor. Fair play, Connor. L7 Drifter said, good message to them. Sounds professional, said Dara. Amazing letter. Harry, the letter was top notch, said David. An excellent letter, said Wulda Gabriel. Did I get a message back from them? No, nothing, Scotty. And we've sent it twice, just in case one got into the spam or anything. Only just switched on, mate. Not trying to be an old arse. Why is it so important to you to be recognised by the club? It's not that it's important for us to be recognised. It's for us to be treated the same. Is my point here, mate. And if look, I get your point, and I think it's a fair comment. But let me just say it to you this way: if there's something that we're doing that they believe is toxic or unfair, surely at least point it out to us. Or engage with us on it. So we can say, okay, well, we did it because of this, this and this. And if you feel this isn't professional or fair, let's chat about it. So all we're asking for, mate, is to be recognised the same as other people who have far less of a following, far less of a reach. You know? Like, I think I know the answer as to why we're not getting a reply. It's because I'm outspoken. And I understand that as well. But it's not the be all and end all to me. But it really hurt me, the Jurgen Klopp thing. That's the part that has kind of tipped me a bit. Is to not be even allowed a chance to get a ticket to go and say goodbye to the greatest manager of our lifetime. That was a bit of a kick in the nuts, to be honest with you. To be not even responded to about it. You know, because we would have loved to have gone over, obviously, to the M&S Bank Arena, shared that evening with everybody that was there, said goodbye to a generational manager. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I am being a bit bitter or sad about it. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I just feel like there's a concerted effort to ignore us. Anyway, we are back in the second half. Nick said, you've likely been blacklisted because you aren't blown down to FSG like other channels. Look, I'm not here to belittle other channels. As I've said, everybody does their own content in their own way. I respect everybody else's views. But it's just the lack of engagement. Like, if you don't like us, have the balls to tell us you don't like us. And then we can all move on. George said, what I like about your channel is that you're really honest. And there aren't many honest people in YouTube. So I'm grateful to be a YouTuber. Look, I speak out, but we do good, kind stuff as well, you know. As I've said, our community, which is all of you, in my opinion, is one of the most welcoming, open-hearted, kind, caring communities on the internet. So I don't just take it as a slight against me personally. I take it as a slight against everything that we've built as a community. Because I know how good the people involved are, and I know how caring the people are. So that's why it hurts me. And I'm not afraid to say it hurts me. Of course it does. If you love something with all of your heart, and you can't even get acknowledged by it, it hurts. Stephen said, could you see Frimpong as a right winger? Yeah, absolutely. And if the worst... Oh, another shot from France from distance. By the way, can we take a second to just speak about N'Golo Kante? Rolling back the years, and he's such an enigma. He's such a talent. He's such an amazing human and player, isn't he? And he's still rolling back the years now. Sorry, to get back to the Frimpong comment, I would, but I could only ever see it being a possibility for Liverpool, Stephen, if the worst came to the worst and we somehow lost Trent. then maybe you'd look at Frimpong as the option, but keeping Trent would be far preferable to me. Dave said, hope you and your family are good. Thank you so much, Dave, for your support of the channel, mate. 28 months with us. One of the longest members here. Thank you. All good. All healthy. All well. Thank you, bro. George said, I'd love to have Frimpong as our winger. He's amazing. Buy Nico Williams as well. Be a dream window. Frimpong is an interesting one, though, because you've got that release clause of 40 million, but I would say it would be a situation where, let's say for argument's sake, Liverpool triggered the release clause of Frimpong. I would say you'd probably see 10 other clubs come in behind as well then, and then you get to a bidding war probably. And for all we know, Frimpong may be very well happy where he is as well. So there must be a reason for it, is what I'm thinking. Because, the release clause is 40 million. So it's not like it's a mental number. Darwin. Not the real Darwin, but nonetheless, mate, thank you for the kind words. Appreciate you. Jessica, how are you? Lovely to see you in. Scouse Pie said, thanks for your reply, mate. See you at the Liverpool gig. For what it's worth, I followed your channel because you speak out. I wouldn't bother if you were a mouthpiece for the club. And thank you, mate, for 1, supporting the channel. 2, coming to the show. I can't wait to meet you as well. Be a pleasure. Yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait. It's been too long since I've been over in Liverpool, dude. And you know how much I love the city, so I can't wait to come over. Right, free kick for the Netherlands. Memphis standing over it. Again into the top of the wall. I mean, the Dutch would probably take this result right now, in fairness. A draw would pretty much guarantee the progress. But 55 minutes in, it's still the Netherlands 0, France 0. Again, if you're looking to both benches, they both have great options from the bench. Obviously, Mbappe, 1 for the French. I mean, I'm going to run through the benches for you, actually, just in case you missed them earlier on. The Netherlands bench, Geertrude, De Ligt, Wijnaldum, Weghorst, Biglow, Van de Ven, Veerman, Blind, Malen, Brobery, Matson, Xerxes, Flecken, Bergwijn and Gravenberch. The French, Samba, Pavard, Mondi, Camavinga, Giroud, Mbappe, Kolo Muani, Zaire Emery, Fofana, Coman, Klaus, Areola, Konate and Barcola. So both have some really good talent on their benches. Who do you think will win? I'm from France. I need France to win. Honestly, I think France are the better team, Jessica. Squad overall. But the game is on a knife edge right now. I expected France to not steamroller, but I thought, with the results in qualifying 4-0, 2-1, you think France probably have that strength and depth. But you got to give credit to the Dutch here as well, because they're well in this game. And of course, you guys not having Mbappe on at the start is a knock. Any team not being able to start Kylian Mbappe, you'll be a knock. So, Fabrizio Romano said, Bayern have reached agreement on Michael Olise's salary and contract. Deal in place on player side. Olise rejects Palace's new deal proposal. Chelsea and Newcastle wanted him, but he's joining Bayern. Deal to be completed soon with Crystal Palace, as per David Ornstein's report. And again, thank you so much, Mark, for... By the way, one of the things I'm looking forward to most at the live show in Liverpool is actually getting to meet Mark, our chief moderator. I've never met him in person, so it's going to be lovely to meet Mark that night as well. Nick said, Depay doesn't get mentioned enough as being a massive waste of talent. I'm with you. Right in there with you, mate. He is undoubtedly a talented player, but I don't think he's fully lived up to that talent. Craig, I'd simply contact Liverpool, ask them why the large community you've created is being ostracised. We did, mate. I literally just read out the big email we sent them. You probably missed it on the stream. We did. We've reached out twice and no response. And look, I get it. I can see how people will look at you and go, yeah, you're bitter. But kind of am a little bit, yeah. Like, I don't feel like we're asking for anything that isn't being available to other content creators and it's not even like I think this is because I'm not a local thing. I don't think it's anything to do with that. I just feel like if they have a problem with us or we do a particular thing that annoys us, I don't see how hard it is to just reach out to us and say, well, we don't like your tone, we don't like your outspokenness or whatever, and then I could go, fair enough, I'm not going to change because that's who I am, but as I've always said, I speak out, but I don't attack. I don't attack family or on a personal stuff. I have my say about budgets. I talk about it in footballing context and leave it at that. But if you offered me access and shut up or stay as we are and do what we do, I'm doing what I do because I believe that I'm speaking up with valid points. Jessica said, Craig, I think 3-2 for France. I don't think it's going to be 3-2 for France yet. Half an hour to go, Jessica. Yes, mate, we did. We just read out Fabrizio's post. It is also on our, I think it's on our, is it on our yoke? Is it on our ticker? Either way, we did just read it out. Nico Williams, 50 million buyout clause. Yes, Shane, that is spot on, bro. But he also has a pretty high wage at the minute. I'm not sure if it's in euro or pounds, but he's on 250 a week at Bilbao. Rumoured from the media, from that new deal he signed. I think it was last year we signed a new deal. You are, strike from distance there from Thuram. Having a look. I mean, it was a yard and a half, 2 yards wide, but he had the keeper scrambling. So yes, there is a release clause there, as you've said, but if your starting point is his current salary, that's, that would make him instantly probably the second high payest player at Liverpool. I don't know. I mean, I must have missed part of this, Dragillion, but you said, and you aren't fake. I've seen some people say I'm not even a Liverpool fan, which is very weird. If I get that worked up about stuff I'm not a fan of, that's quite weird. But IFI said you work hard enough for some recognition, and that's all we kind of want, is just to be treated the same as everybody else. I don't have any entitlement. I'm not an entitled human being, but I do feel like there's a concerted effort to not acknowledge us. Did you hear about how he got to Spain with his family? I didn't, Shane, no. Obviously, Iñaki, his older brother, plays for Ghana, and Nico plays for Spain. But no, I genuinely don't know the story about their travels to Spain or their journey to Spain. I must look into it and have a read on it. What happened to the investment that was made by Dynasty Equity? Dynasty? I remember an investment, all right, but was bought in from Redbird Capital, where they bought, I think it was 11% of FSG's holdings or something like that. But I don't know about the other one, mate, unless I've missed something. Corner in. Van Dijk heads it away for the Dutch. Dembele whips another one in. Header! Ooh! Close from Tchouaméni. Close. About half a yard over the Dutch crossbar. Good ball in. Yeah, maybe I'm being a bit too kind. No, half a yard seems about right. So what do we reckon? Are we going to get a goal in this game? And let's look at the poll that we put up earlier on. And thank you to Ben for playing a blinder. Would you rather keep Luis Diaz, sign Kvaratskhelia, sign Kudus, or sign Nico Williams from Athletic Bilbao? So far, 35% of the vote has gone to sign Nico Williams, 25% to keep Lucho, 20% for Kudus, and Kvaratskhelia is lagging behind with 19%. You're lucky not to get kits to review. The home one is shite. That's probably why I didn't get one, mate, because I said exactly that as well. And also, Scouse Pie, if there's anything I understand, it's Nike not looking at us. I totally get that. Because look at me. I'm always decked out head to toe in Adidas, and I've been very critical of Nike's kits because I genuinely don't think they've done a very good job with us. And I'm buzzing for when Adidas come back, because I'm, big Adidas fan. So I agree with you on the kit though, mate. It's shite. The collar is an abomination, in my opinion. I don't understand. And I don't understand this 90-degree change of the angle of the Nike tick on the rumoured third kit either. The white one. That looks weird to me. But look, kits are always a very personal thing, and I'm also getting on in years, so my taste is obviously a lot different to younger people's taste, but I just don't know how anybody can look at this season's home shirt and think it's good. Whether you don't think it's as bad as I do, fair enough, but it's not very. Look, here's the way. Scouse Pie. Here's the way I look at this. Look at what PSG have done with the hookup with the Jordan gear that they have with Nike, and then look at the stuff we've gotten from Nike, and I think, ball in. Oh my goodness, France knocking on the door. I thought they were about to open the scoring. Ball was worked out to Griezmann from Dembele. Griezmann has to turn and kind of swivel on the edge of the 6-yard box. Can't really get much purchase on his shot. And the keeper makes a save and it goes behind and it will be a corner. But France really knocking on the door now. Griezmann will feel he should have scored there. So yeah, you can see what's possible with Nike. But I feel like we've got bang average stuff, to be fair. Lupe Vela said, I always bought shirts according to my taste. Absolutely. It is a very personal thing, mate. And I get where you're coming from. I just feel like Adidas are better at football shirts, for me, personally, than Nike have been. But you are very right. It's always a personal taste, isn't it? Oh, Jason, that's made my day. Oh, that's such a lovely comment. Jason said, my son is watching over my shoulder and said, Dad, I know that guy. He dances with an alien. That's awesome. I wish I could dance as good. If you are watching, Jason's son, I wish I could dance as good as the cartoon version of me, mate. But yeah, spot on. Much love, young man. Thank you for watching. That's made my evening, Jason. Thank you. I thought the New Balance Liverpool kits were really nice, by the way. I was a big fan of pretty much most of the stuff New Balance did. Even their trainers. I've a pair of trainers upstairs still, the white ones with the purple and orange from New Balance, that I'm going to keep for the rest of my life. I love them. Dylan said, Craig, would you have any clue when the away kit is announced? I would imagine end of June, start of July is, if I'm trying to remember back to other years, and I think, they usually want to give it about a month or a bit longer to let the new kit sit. So I'd imagine you'll see a release date in the next couple of weeks, probably. Connor just sent me this confirmation from David Ornstein. who said, Michael Olise has chosen to join Bayern Munich. Bayern amongst 3 clubs, Chelsea, Newcastle, to contact Palace, and they're expected to go ahead with the deal. By the way, he's a brilliant journalist, Mr. Ornstein. He is somebody I would put at the very tippity top. I don't always agree with everything, but I find he's a very fair journalist and very, very good at what he does. He's laughing and love that. Thanks, Craig. No, mate, thank you, and thank your son. That's it's so lovely to hear stuff like that, mate. Thank you. And I want to give a shout out as well to 44 Tunes, and the team of 44 Tunes who made that cartoon for us. You know, without their incredible talent, we wouldn't have that really amazing little intro. So yeah, I know you guys already love 44 Tunes and have subscribed to them, but if you haven't, do check out their amazing stuff. My son is a big 44 Tunes fan. Gakpo, Depay, shot, saved, goal to the Netherlands. Xavi Simon with the goal. There was a strike that was saved from Depay, ricocheted back out. Xavi Simons is there and rockets the ball into the bottom corner. Oh, VAR, offside. I think they believe the Dutch player was in the sight of the goalkeeper. We'll have a look. We'll see what it is. Let's have a look. I mean, was Mannion going to get there? I mean, I can see the point. He was not so much in his eye line, but was certainly blocking the keeper diving at it. But was he going to get there? I mean, it's subjective, I guess, but isn't this one of those that the ref should be asked to have a look at it and make his own mind up? Because I feel like this is one of those situations where the ref should be asked to have a look and make his own mind up. He's speaking to both captains now, Anthony Taylor. See, for the length of time this has taken, they could have absolutely sent Anthony Taylor over to the monitor to have a look at this and make his own mind up on it. They're still checking. No goal, offside. Welcome to football. Modern football. Scouts, I mean, for me, I still don't understand why the ref wasn't asked to go over and make his own mind up on that one. I'd like to see an angle behind the goal. Now, here we go. This is a good angle. Let's have a look. Fuck off. He's not getting near that. He's not getting near that. Lads, that's gash. He's not getting near that. That's absolute pony. Nah. I'm sorry. I seen that from behind the goal. Mannion's never getting near it. That is absolute gash. Nope, not getting near it. He wasn't going to save that. That I thought he was going to be far closer to the ball than that, and the player far clearly. That's. I'm sorry, I disagree with that after seeing it from behind the goal. I feel like that France have been gifted. As Olise said, no way the goalkeeper's going to save that. No, he wasn't. And I thought it was way closer than that when I seen the initial replay. But nah, I'm sorry. I think the Netherlands have been robbed there. I mean, the offside stuff is nonsense because the only thing that needs to apply is, was he impeding the keeper? And the keeper's never getting near it. Oh, lads, robbed, in my opinion. Sorry, somebody was... Where's Scouse Pie's comment? How would I feel if John Aldridge turned up at my Liverpool gig? I don't know how long you've been watching the channel, mate, or maybe you haven't heard me say it, but John Aldridge is the one interview I'd love. Of all the former Liverpool players, I've always said I would love to sit down with Aldo. I'd love to have Aldo on once a month on the channel and pay him for his time. I love Aldo. So yeah, mate, if he showed up at the live show, you'd probably hear me screaming in excitement. I love Aldo. So yes, that would be amazing. One of my heroes as well, as you've rightly said. Grew up idolising them for Liverpool and the Republic of Ireland. So yeah, I'd be a very, very proud and happy man if Aldo was at the live show. Yeah, it'd be amazing. Now you've got me hoping, but of course he's not going to be there. I do love Aldo though. Mannion isn't even set. There's no shot he'd have got there. Exactly. He's not getting near it. I thought that the player was going to be so much closer to him and clearly impeding him, but nah, no way. I feel for the Dutch there, I do. The ref should have been sent to the screen, said Thomas. Thomas, I absolutely agree with you. You know, if that's a textbook case for VAR to go to the ref, have a look at it, because you want Anthony Taylor making the call, because that's a subjective decision, and for me, if there's a subjective decision, the referee should be the one making the call. I meant to post sign Nico Williams. Well, let's check in on the poll and see how it's doing. The gap is closing somewhat. We've had 730 votes so far, and we did say, would you prefer keep Luis Diaz, sign Kvaratskhelia, sign Kudus, or sign Nico Williams? So far, 33% of you guys have said you'd like to sign Nico Williams. 25% said keep Lucho. 22% for Mohamed Kudus, and then Kvaratskhelia with 20%. Jason said, little man wants me to get an autograph from at the Liverpool show. Is Liverpool show all ages? It is, Jason, yes. And I would be, Jason, it'd be a pleasure for me to give you those tickets for your son, mate. And to make sure he can get a picture and whatever else. So, Jason, if you want to email me, bro, contact at AnfieldAgenda.com. I'll send you tickets. Let me know how many you need for you and the young lad. And we'll get those sorted for you, mate. It's a little gift from me to your son for making me smile earlier on. So yeah, absolute pleasure to give him a photograph, a chat, whatever he wants, mate. Be an absolute pleasure. Because he made my evening by making me smile. That's the lad that dances with the alien. We love that. So yeah, just email me, bro, and those tickets will be a little gift from us. D. Pierce said, Nico has a release clause of 47 million. It's Edwards and FSG written all over it. It's the wages though, mate. You know, that's the That's the concern for me there, because he's on pretty good money at Bilbao. And look, you've heard me talk about Nico Williams for a while. I rate him highly, and I love him at the club. And you are right, in a lot of things it does tie in perfectly to the way we operate, but it's just the wages that would concern me. But if you can get to an agreement, have at it. Oh, clever. Free kick from the Netherlands there. He shaped like he was going to shoot the pie, and then he just kind of dinks it towards the back post. But France were switched on, and they headed it behind, and it will be a corner. That's awesome. Thank you, mate. Honestly, Jason, it's my pleasure, mate. It's the least I can do. So yeah, just drop me an email, tell me how many tickets you need, and I'll get them sent over to you this evening. Craig, Slot is going to be having picture requests all over. I heard it's 250k per week at Bilbao. Look, I'm always happy to have pictures and have a chat with people, mate. That's what these shows are about. Yeah, he's on 250 G's a week apparently at Bilbao at the minute. So that would make him our second highest paid player if he came in on the same money. Stephen said, plus, I'm new to Anfield Agenda too. Stephen, welcome in, bro. Lovely to have you with us, my friend. If you haven't, please do hit that subscribe button for me, Stephen. But great to have you in, mate. Welcome to the community. We are 10 minutes plus stoppage time left in this one. Trust me to pick the 0-0 game, But it's been an entertaining one nonetheless. And I do feel like the Netherlands have been a little bit shafted here by Anthony Taylor. Well, to be fair, it was VAR that made the call. D. Pierce said, yep, the 250k per week kills it for me. Then I've decided that I pressed the right button now. Look, I'd love him as a player, mate. And if there is a way to make the numbers work, because I did this for shits and giggles the other night. Darren, it's Darren, isn't it? I did this the other night. We ran through rough numbers, right? So if Nico Williams gets, say, £200,000 a week at Liverpool, that's what, 10 million quid a year? Am I right about that? 200 grand a week. 20 grand a week's a million. So yeah, 10 million quid a year. Plus the transfer fee. Say that's spread over 5 years, amortised on the club's books. That's another 11. So he'd be costing the club in and around £21 million per season. If you look at Kvaratskhelia, you're probably looking at about an £80 million transfer fee, but a far lower wage demand, I would imagine. So the numbers kind of run similarly. The thing about Diaz is, the guy obviously that Nico Williams may replace, is that he's on a relatively low wage at Liverpool. I don't know the exact number, but media reports suggest he's not one of our highest paid players. So I'm hoping that the wiggle room we have in the wage structure because of Matip and Thiago leaving may allow them to do something for Nico Williams. Maybe a signing on bonus with a lesser weekly wage or something, I don't know. But if there's any way it can be done, I'd love the player. I think he's really good. Do I think Nico's worth his wages at 200 quid a week? I feel like it would set some very difficult conversations, because let's say Nico Williams signed tomorrow, just for argument's sake, and he got 200 or 250 grand a week. Well, those conversations with Mohamed Salah, Trent and Virgil suddenly become a lot more difficult, right? Because Trent now has a baseline to go, well, this kid's going to get this much. I'm the vice captain, born and bred in the last year of my contract. You know, how much am I getting? So it's difficult. But I would say that that's the price you pay for not getting these contracts sorted out quicker as well. Because I feel like we've been, unless there's a master plan at stake here, and Michael Edwards is not a stupid man, he's a very intelligent man. So I would imagine there is a bigger picture plan, but I just hope that plan starts to become clear soon. Oh, it's Dan. Sorry, mate. Sorry, Dan. My apologies. And spot on. 10 million Diaz on 90k per week reported at the minute. Surely we upgrade him to the tune of 160k per week. I mean, it's mad that we're so used to us not splashing out that 200k a week seems impossible, whereas Rashford's on 350 grand a week at United. Look, the club have a policy, and I guess from that regard, but I would say, why would we even look at him if we didn't know the numbers involved? So, look, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Stephen said, I am subscribed, Craig. Plus, what do you make of Liverpool's first game of the season, 12:30 kickoff? So I don't mind it so much, Stephen, for a regular week. The ones that really, I think, annoy managers and fans and people are the ones after the international breaks. You know, when you're already on a quick turnaround time. So for the first game, I'd rather TNT Sport picked us for this one than the international break one. So let's see how that works out. But for me personally, yeah, look, I'm lazy. I don't get up. I only go to sleep at about 7 a.m. So it's not great for me, selfishly, but it's not as bad as the international break ones. Would I settle for Ibrahima and Chiesa? It depends what we're doing. Like, Mbeumo's not a Salah replacement. So if that was the conversation, then no. Chiesa, yes. No matter what else happens, I think Chiesa would be a good addition. But look, I do rate Mbeumo, but I just don't think he'd be a big enough statement if you're looking to replace Mohamed Salah on the right. But a good player. Only thing I fear, Craig, is everyone doing their transfer business and we get left behind. This is where I start to sound negative and like a doom monger, but we always knew we were going to be somewhat up against it in the transfer side of things because we're late to the party. You know, Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, they're new into their positions again. Arne Slot's just arrived, obviously. Backroom stuff needs to get sorted. The club are doing the goodbye to Jurgen. We've got players away in international duty. So it's a difficult time anyway. But it's just a deathly silence that is worrying. And the fact that we haven't sorted out... I'm so sorry for keep banging on about this, but how do you not have Trent, Salah and Virgil's careers figured out at this point? Like, with 1 year to go. It's mad. I don't understand how the club haven't been very clear that Salah's up for sale, because surely he's got to be put up for sale. You can't let him go for free. Do I think we're truly in for Williams? Said Dan. The press don't have a clue what we're doing. According to Romano, we're informed on the terms. I don't know. The honest answer, mate, is I don't know what to believe, expect. I know what I want. I know positions I'd like to see us sign. And Nico Williams has always been a name we've mentioned on the channel that we think could do great things at Liverpool. Or anywhere, because he's a great player. But I don't know what's realistic. I don't know, you know... The stealthy silence is brilliant if it works and we get the signings, but, you know, if this is just to kind of manage expectations or try to make out like getting new deals agreed with Virgil. See, here's what I don't want to happen. Hear that Trent and Virgil and Salah get new deals, say, as an example, but told because of them we can't afford to do other stuff. That would wind me up no end. I cup my farts. You should put them in a freezer, mate. Far more enjoyable. Fart in those big supermarket freezers. I hate English refs. We got robbed. I feel he got robbed as well. But what I really don't understand, mate, is why Anthony Taylor wasn't asked to go over to the monitor and have a look himself. That's the part of it I don't understand. What's my favourite drink? Diet Coke. Fanta lemon and water. If you're talking about alcohol, I don't really drink, to be honest with you. Occasionally I'll have a couple of drinks, but I haven't had a drink in 15, 16 months maybe since last time I had a drink. But I'd have a bottle of Corona or a bottle of San Miguel or a bottle of Peroni if I had a bottle of beer. So, we are 2 minutes to go. Has there been a 0-0 in the Euros yet? Or would this be the first 0-0? Do you think the silence is a response to the embarrassment last season? I mean, I would say I don't think last season would have happened on Michael Edwards' watch, to be honest with you. So, I think certainly the club won't want to end up in a similar situation where we publicly lose out to Chelsea on 2 players. Rabiot there with a ball across the front of the penalty area. That was a little too far ahead. And it is a throw in now to the Netherlands on the far side with 90 seconds plus stoppage time to go. I'll have a Corona for you. Good man, Ryan. Good man. Weirdly, I like my Corona with lime in it. My wife likes it with lemon. But either way, I think it's just the best beer. You know, it's not a very gassy beer either, so it's easy to drink. Mark said both teams only need to draw to go through. Oh, look, yes, you would have expected both these guys to get out of the group one way or the other, but for the Netherlands, I think they want to kind of just restore pride after losing to France twice in the qualification. Darryl said, I've not drunk for 8 months now and I don't miss it. Well, unfortunately for me, alcoholism is in my family, and both my parents are alcoholics. So I've never been a big fan of drink. More of a fan of herbal remedies. But yeah, and I also get really bad hangovers. So I'm the type of person that I'd be in bed for a day and a half with a hangover, so I'm useless to people. Who's my man of the match so far? Do you know what? I'm not going to say I've paid enough attention to it to know who man of the match is. I think I'd be just lying to you. Non-alcoholic beers are quite good nowadays. Yeah, but I don't really like the taste, Samuel. So if I'm not having alcohol, I mean, give me a Diet Coke or a Fanta Lemon any day of the week. Snap, same here, plus you're Irish like my stepdad. Well, hello to your stepdad as well, Ryan. Goomy said give it to Virg. And this will be the first potential 0-0 of the tournament so far. But it hasn't been a dull game. That's the mad thing. Like, it's been an interesting enough game. End to end with plenty of chances. So, you know, it's not like it's been a stinker. Mikey, you're Irish as well. Well in, mate. Welcome. Although you could have been around a long time, Mikey. But either way, great to have you in, sir. If you haven't, please do drop a like on the stream for me as well, folks. Remember, tomorrow is my day off, so no live content tomorrow, but we will be back on Sunday. What's your thoughts on Olise to Bayern? It's kind of shocking. Yeah, I did not see that being the outcome of the Michael Olise chase, but from Bayern's perspective, they've got themselves a very good player. From Palace's perspective, obviously they're going to sell the player outside of the Premier League, so he won't be coming back to haunt them. But yeah, honestly, I think it's a loss to the Premier League as well, because he's a really good player, Olise. Any boxing tomorrow? There is over in America late tomorrow night, but I'm not sure if there's any UK shows this weekend. And of course, we've got the Copa America, which I'll be watching later on as well. Thoughts on Gakpo as a winger? I think he's really good. Who's Sam? I think he's really good, bro. And I think under Arne Slot, I think he's going to feel even more confident. Yeah, I really enjoyed him playing left side for us towards the latter part of the season when he's given the chances out there. And you can see that he certainly looks more comfortable. For the Netherlands, he's probably got a wider position than you would expect him at Liverpool. As in, he really hugs the touchline. But either way, he's really good out there, isn't he? Who plays tonight in the Copa? I think it's like Peru, Chile or something like that, mate. Let me just double check for you. It is... The late game is Peru, Chile at 1 a.m. and then Ecuador, Venezuela is 11 p.m. our time. Right, we are 3 minutes into 5 minutes of added on time in this one. Myself and Ben, we've absolutely jinxed it, haven't we, Ben? One game we do, mate, and it's scoreless. Cross ding to the far post. And the ball goes out for a Netherlands throw-in on the far side. Kunde with the clearance. What do you think our first signing will be? A forward. But I think it should be a defensive midfielder or a centre-back. Right, we only need 35 more likes to get to 300. So if you can, please do hit that like button for us and get us up to 300. It would really help us out. And to those who've subscribed as well throughout the stream, thank you. I have a picture of him too. Is there any way I could forward the picture to you for your channel? I don't know what you mean, Stephen. In what sense forward the picture? Like an email picture, or you can contact at AnfieldAgenda.com if you need to get in touch with us over anything. What do I think of Cody's beard? I think I'd love a beard. And yeah, it suits him. Am I going to cover Scotland, Hungary? Yes, we're doing that game, Scotty, on Sunday, mate. What's my favourite show on Netflix? Probably The US Office, to be honest with you. And Seinfeld. The Liverpool prophet reckons the VAR is being used to rig these games. I do feel for the Dutch for the disallowed goal. We're pretty much at the end of this one. We've had the 5 minutes now, added on by Anthony Taylor. I thought the goal should have stood, Adam. I don't think Manu was getting near it. $10 more likes is all we need, by the way. Just 10 more. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the referee has blown the final whistle. It finishes the Netherlands 0, France 0. Both teams qualify for the last 16 of the Euros, and they still have one game to go to see who tops out the group. Appreciate you guys being with us as always. Thank you again to our sponsors, Manscaped. Don't forget, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com. Whether it's the all-new Performance Package 5.0, the Lawnmower 5.0, the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, or anything else at manscaped.com, use our discount code ANFIELD20, all one word, to get that 20% off and free shipping. I will see you guys on Sunday. Tomorrow's my day off. There will be a news video, but other than that, no content coming out from us tomorrow. And I will see you amazing people on Sunday. We're going to do Hungary against Scotland, and then of course we'll have a new show as well. Thank you to everyone for their support tonight. Thank you to Ben for his help in the background as well. Connor as always. And to you guys for being awesome. Much love, my friends. We'll catch up soon. Actually, I'm going to end the poll first because I remembered for once. So, with 850 votes, we did ask you guys, would you rather? And then the winner was sign Nico Williams with 32%. In second place, keep Lucho with 26%. Kudus comes in third place with 21%. And Kvaratskhelia finishes bottom of the poll with 20%, but there was a lot of spread out votes there, as you can see. So thank you to you guys anyway, and I will catch up with you